Hi and welcome back to our series of lectures on legacy operating systems. We have already installed Windows 2.1, 3.1, Windows 95, 98, Windows ME, and last operating system that we installed was Windows XP. Today we are going to talk about the operating system which wasn't very successful when it was released, and later Windows 7 was released where there were lots of interesting features in it. The reason why Windows Vista wasn't that successful was there were lots of problems and it was really hardware intensive, and at that time there were not computers which were 100% compatible with this operating system. Now the older name for this operating system was Longhorn, but later it was changed to Windows Vista, which was released on 30th of January 2007. So we'll install this operating system and we'll see that what were the major changes in it. But you'll see that it was very much similar to Windows 7, but people still preferred installing Windows XP because they were not happy about the error messages and unstable operating system at that time. So let's see how it goes. We are going to install Windows Vista, and it's a 64-bit operating system that we have. We are going to allocate around about 4 GB of RAM. Then we'll press next. No changes here, no changes here, dynamically allocated. And this operating system required around about 15 GB of storage. We are giving it 20. Create, and that's done. Now we'll go to settings and we'll go to storage. We'll remove it and we'll add the ISO file. As you can see, we have added the ISO file of Windows Vista. Press OK and fire up your virtual machine. So finally we have installed this operating system, and people were right when they really didn't like this operating system because it took me around about 2 hours to install this operating system. There were lots of issues. I had to restart my computer in the safe mode. Then I restored my computer, and finally that's the screen. So let's go through different features. As you can see, the widgets has been added, and we can simply move the widgets, or we can click on the cross icon in order to close the widgets. Further, if we wanted to add the widgets, there was a button on top with the help of which you can add different widgets to the computer. Now, if you'll see that this feature is still copied in Windows 7, if we'll go to the personalized settings on the desktop, we can see that we have the option to change the overall appearance of the windows. Then we can change the desktop background wallpaper. There are lots of options in this one, but if we want, we can add certain more wallpapers to the computer. Now that's pretty much about the desktop backgrounds, and if you click on the address bar, you can see there are some buttons to move back and forward, which is added in this version. Further, if you click on this small icon, it would take you front and back. Now there were new screensavers added in this one, which were there in Windows XP as well. Then we have sounds, and we have the different themes available for the computer, where we can change the overall appearance of the operating system. Now if we go to the display settings, we can change the resolution of the screen, and if we click on the DPI size of the display, we can simply click on this one and we can change the size of the icons which are appearing on our screen. Further, taskbar menu items can be managed by clicking on this icon on the left hand side. It would open and will give you different options to manage the taskbar according to your own requirements. Further, you can modify the start menu items as well. Now if we'll click on this icon, it is usually helpful if we want to have multiple desktops, and we can switch it from here. On the taskbar, we have the task manager, with the help of which we can check the applications and services which are running on the computer, and even the active users which are logged on to the computer. We can even add different toolbars to the taskbar, with the help of which we can open the applications. Now on the start menu, you can see that there are some new programs for the meetings, Windows DVD player, DVD maker, Windows Messenger, which was there in Windows XP as well, has been added to the start menu, and even the photo viewer, with the help of which we can open and view the pictures which are saved on our computer. Now that helped us in even playing the slideshow on the computers, and we can simply enjoy the slideshow in a sequence. Now we have different features like media center and the tutorials, etc., which are added to the start menu of the computer. If we'll click on the default programs, it would show us the programs which would run by default if we want to run certain applications. For example, if we have Internet Explorer, we want to open and browse the settings through the Internet Explorer, or if we have any other browser like Chrome, etc., installed, we can change. Same goes for the media player if we want to play the media using VLC player or any other application that we have installed on our computer. Now if we'll click start, and we'll see the options on the control panel, we can see that there are lots of new icons which are added to this version. We can click on the classic view to see all the items together. Now as you can see that there are lots of new icons, like we have add new hardware feature, with the help of which we can add. Then we have administrative tools, with the help of which we can edit lots of settings on the computer. Event viewer is there. Then we have local security policy, and then we have reliability and performance, which is quite new in this operating system, which wasn't there in Windows XP. Let's try to see what's there in computer management and how they have changed it. It looks pretty much the same, with the help of which you can manage the settings on the computer. The performance monitor, which I was talking about, has been added at this point. Here we can check the different drivers and devices which are installed. As you can see, an exclamation mark. The driver is missing for that application. We can even check the disk management tools, and they have added the drive shrinking and extended volume over here, with the help of which we can easily extend or shrink the volumes. Let's go back to the control panel and see different settings which are there available in the control panel once again. And as you can see, this operating system is quite heavy as compared to the previous releases, that it is consuming quite a space on the hard drive. I created a 20 GB partition and only 6 GB is free. It means that it has consumed round about 15 GB of storage space on our hard disk. Now next is again on the control panel, we'll be checking different other features which are there, like Windows backup and recovery feature was there. Now they have introduced the BitLocker. Bluetooth drivers were added to the machine so that we can connect the devices, date and time, default programs, device management, ease of access, game controller, and as you can see, they have added quite a bunch of nice icons which are added to Windows Vista. Now indexing services for search, internet options, and we have iSCSI initiator as well to add the storage. Now on the network and security settings, we can check the network settings. Further, we can modify the firewall and sharing options through this one. In the control panel again, we have parental controls. Then we have pen and input devices. If you are using any input devices like writing it with the pen, etc. Then we have the network performance and monitoring settings. Power options in case it is installed on a laptop to check the battery settings. Then we have printers, error reporting services, with the help of which we can report the problems on Windows. Add remove programs, we can add and remove the features, plus the programs and the security settings, with the help of which we can check if the program is safe to be installed on our computer or not. Now we have the sound features, we have the speech features available, tablet PC features were there as well, and then the taskbar and start menu items which we can change, and text to speech plus the user accounts can be added from here, and the firewall and Windows Defender. Now Windows Defender was introduced in this version, which is considered as the antivirus for this computer, which continued after Windows Vista to Windows 7, 8, 8.1, 10 and even 11, which is the latest operating system. So that's about the control panel. If we'll click start and if we'll go to the programs, we'll find almost the same programs which we have seen over there, other than the things that we can click on accessories and we can find the command prompt here, notepad, and MS Paint has been renewed or changed in this one, where you can see the difference in the overall interface of the MS Paint. We can find that even remote desktop connection, and they have added the snipping tool here as well, with the help of which we can take the screenshot. Sound recorder was added in this version, and then we have the Windows sidebar where we can add the widget. Now in system tools, we had the same tools, other than the thing that they have added the tool to back up the operating system. Rest of the things are the same. They added a feature where we can easily transfer to the new operating system. For example, if you are upgrading it from Windows XP to Windows Vista, you can easily do it by using this tool. Now tablet PC feature was added as well in this version. Now the games, it's almost the same, with a couple of new games added in this one. And if we click on maintenance, we can see the backup and restore and the reporting feature were there in case there are any issues with the operating system. Startup is empty at the moment, and that's pretty much about the start menu. If we'll click on help and support, it is quite advanced as compared to Windows XP. We can search it, we can troubleshoot for the problems, and we can go online and search for the possible solutions for the problems that you are facing. Now as you can see on the start menu, they have added documents, pictures, music and games here as well for the ease of access. And if you want to have the desktop icons, you can right click, go to personalize, click on change desktop icon size, and you can select these options from here. And if we'll right click on this computer and go to the properties of it, we can see that it's Windows Vista Ultimate. Though I'm giving 4 GB of RAM, it's a Xeon processor, still the performance of the PC is quite alarming. So we can even enable the remote desktop settings on this one by clicking on these options, and then we can check other features related to hardware performance as it was there in Windows XP to change for the best performance settings, system protection and system or remote desktop settings. You can even select the users who are allowed to access the machine remotely. In system protection, we have different options to enable and create the system restore point. So you can create it or you can restore it to an earlier point. And then we have the advanced system settings, with the help of which we can change the paging size and the performance of the PC, plus the environment variables can be modified from here. So that's a quite advanced operating system as compared to Windows XP. They were moving very fast towards Windows 7 and 8, 8.1, and we can see all the nice features which were added in this version of the operating system. Now if we click start and if we want to shut down, you can see that the feature to switch the user was added here as well. So if you have multiple accounts and different users are using the same machine, you can simply switch the user by clicking on the switch user option. Plus, if we want to check on this one, it would close all the open programs and shut down Windows. If you click on this icon, you have an option to shut down, restart, log off, or simply lock the operating system. So that was pretty much about Windows Vista. Thank you very much.